Shout out to Caressa McKnight for sending me this story coming from California. Now, in this picture, you see a young boy by the name of Elijah Harris. And he says that he was walking home from school and he was playing music from, from his phone or from a Bluetooth or something to that effect. And this lady who was white was upset that he was playing his music loudly and whatnot. So he says that she ended up spraying him with a water hose. And there is actually video to go along with this. I don't have it right here on me, but I will leave the link in the description and you can actually watch it. And the woman does actually spray him with a water hose. Now, she doesn't have it on full power blast like how a firefighter would when they're taming a fire, but is water actually shooting out of it, and he actually does get wet up by the water when she sprays it on him. And he recorded the video, and it has since then gone viral. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says a California woman may face criminal charges for allegedly spraying water on a young boy playing music from a Bluetooth speaker as he walked home from school. Elijah Harris told KTVU he was walking home from school via his usual route. He says a white woman asked him to turn down his music that he was playing from a Bluetooth speaker and that he complied. The 13-year-old claimed as he made his way past the woman's house, she sprayed him with a water hose. First, I was in shock, he said. I didn't know why at first. I just brought out my phone and started filming it. The unidentified woman can be seen in the footage standing on her porch using her hose to spray the child. Elijah's shirt can be seen soaked with water. Immediately afterward, Elijah called both 911 and his mother, according to Yahoo. The reason I was so cool in that video is because I know if I did anything, I would be perceived as a threat instead of perceived as the victim. The middle school student said he'd been walking home using the same route for 6 to 7 months with no complaints. He claims to have seen the woman recording him on her phone the previous day. Harris and his mother, Danielle Harris, filed a police report to the Sunnyvale Police Department following the incident. Mother and son are currently waiting for the Santa Clara County District Attorney Office to review the report and announce if the woman will be charged. The Sunnyvale Police Department has suggested to the DA's office to charge the woman with a misdemeanor battery. There's no indication that race was a factor, said Sunnyvale's police captain Jim Choi. What we're being told is that it was over loud music. The woman in the video has reportedly spoken to authorities but has refused to speak with any news outlets. Elijah says he will continue to walk the route, but that he'll be replacing his Bluetooth speaker with earbuds for now. Danielle Harris hopes the DA will make an example of her son's encounter. I would like for an example to be set that you can't do this to kids, said the mother. You can't do this to people, period. It's probably a reason why she's not speaking with news outlets. She's trying to keep her identity hidden. And in the video, when you'll watch it, you can't even really see her face. All you see is the water coming from the hose because it's like she's standing off, like towards the back of how her house is set up. Now I wonder, has there ever been anybody else that has walked past her and they may have had their music loud and she sprayed them with water? Probably not. And if the thing is, if they have music that is loud and is outside of your house, all you can really do is tell them, can they please turn it down? You don't go and get a water hose, which, I mean, she had to have gone outside to do this. She had to have gone outside, hook the hose up, and then bring it back and drag it through from wherever and then use it. Like, she went through the struggle to get that water hose to use on this boy. I don't know if this is going to go very far, but I'm glad that he did not approach the woman like he said, because he said that he would be perceived as the threat and not as the victim, and vice versa. She would be perceived as the victim and not the threat. But the fact of the matter is a historical context behind this, that she used a water hose on a black child or a black person, period. Because if you go back through Jim Crow, through the civil rights movement, what did those fire departments use on black people whenever they were demonstrating? They used fire hose, and they would use them on full blast, and those blasts would be so hard that it felt like bullets being hit into your body many times. Or if that shit hit your ears, like I've heard like people say that they've actually gone partially deaf because of the blast from the water hitting their eardrums with so much force. So it's definitely a historical context behind this as well. I don't know what's really going to come from this. Because they said they're going to hit her like most likely with a misdemeanor battery, which at this point is all they could do it. I would say possibly they should have went for assault, because technically she was using that water hose as a form of assault. She was spraying somebody who did not wanted to getting hit with the water. She wasn't using it for a vehicle. She wasn't using it for a garden. She was using it on the person because she didn't like the fact that they were playing loud music. But we'll see. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will leave the link to the article, which will have the video attached to it, in the description, and I'll talk to you in the next one.